You know the battle we go through life. We ask for chances fair. Chance equal our strike. Chance do it there. We should win. Let it be by the code. Faith and honor held high. We should lose. Stand by the road. Chill the winners go by. Day by day. We get better and better. So we can't beat. Boom, beat.
12-pack, the 16 ounces, yeah, so 2 6-packs, yeah.
Alright. Hey, Husker Nation.
Welcome back, and welcome new people to Panhandle Husker Cast. Just a couple of small-town dudes talking Husker football on the opposite side of the state that you're probably on. Not the most popular part of the state, but we love Husker football all the same. And like he said,
I'm Lonnie.
And I'm James, and we're going to talk some football shit because it's that time of year again.
14 days, ladies and gentlemen.
14 days? Ugh. All right, so...
I don't even want to talk about this, but we're gonna.
We're going to talk about it because you motherfuckers need to talk about it too, and this shit needs to not happen. It needs to be talked about and completely abolished. Just squash the son of a bitch. Let it go. There have been talks again, imagine that,
Again.
About bringing alcohol into Memorial Stadium. Selling alcohol in the stands. 90,000 screaming Husker fans.
And then you had booze on top of that. Some of them are already half lit when they get there from tailgating, this and that.
Yeah, I was one of those last year, and my hangover at halftime was fucking horrible. But I fought through it and still screamed my ass off, had a migraine, it was awesome. Anyways. No! Fucking no. Get it out of your goddamn head. We're not serving alcohol in that stadium. If they decide to serve alcohol in that stadium, I honestly don't know that I would ever go to another Nebraska game. And that is completely honest. I will tailgate before the game. If I want to drink that bad by halftime, I will walk over to my tailgate spot, take a few drinks, miss a couple plays, go back into the game. I'm like, if you really want to drink that bad, most of the motherfuckers sneak in alcohol anyways.
Right.
Now, granted, everybody's going to be like, oh, well, what about the money? What about the money it's going to bring to the university? Yeah, is the money worth all the bullshit that's going to happen after the game or while the game's going on?
No.
Do you guys not understand that, like, maybe you're a controlled, normal, like, super cheerful, blah, blah, blah kind of person when you drink and go to a Husker game, but not everybody's like that.
Right.
One thing that has to be realized is that there are people that are total and complete fucktards. Okay? And those fucktards are going to ruin it for all of us.
Yeah.
We have the best, considered one of the best fan bases on the face of this planet. Do we really want to fuck that up and jeopardize that? Do we want to be... we want to degrade ourselves that low?
No.
I mean, fuck no, we don't.
Because there's already belligerent fans enough. Because
Yeah,
the ones
there
that come
are
in
enough.
drunk from the tailgate, you know.
Seen.
And
I've seen... I saw them when I went to the Miami game last year. It was fucking ridiculous.
the Texas Tech game I went to when we were still in the Big 12, I went into the bathroom, and there was vomit and, like, fireball shooters all over the floor. So...
People will find a way to drink
and I'm telling you right now, there's
during
kids
and
there.
before games.
Yes, I'm going to take my
kids.
children to this place. I do not need you yelling and screaming and spilling beer all over me and my kids.
Well, yelling and screaming.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Like,
not necessarily. Well,
yelling and
the
screaming.
shit that's going to come out of their mouth once they're intoxicated. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need intoxicated fuck bombs and like.
Yeah, more or less.
Just stay classy. And if you find a drunk idiot.
You got the hiccups. How much have you had to drink today, sir? Oh, yeah, he hasn't had a sip.
That's that water.
Lonnie quit drinking. No, seriously, please give him a congrats at...
Dude, I got the sweetest...
What's your Twitter handle?
LB dot...
No, that's a website. Yeah, you're not .com, dude. You're not that popular yet.
I don't even know what my Twitter handle is. I got the hiccups.
LB Blair or something like that.
I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on. Oh my god, I got the hiccups.
The anticipation is killing me.
Blair_LB.
There it is. Spell it out because not everybody knows how to spell Blair.
BLAIR_LB.
What was the underscore?
Yeah.
BLAILB. Yeah, I completely am against bringing alcohol into Memorial Stadium. I might have just shit my pants. Who knows?
So the biggest news out of camp would be DeMornay Pearsonell's injury. Everybody kind of knows that.
Yeah, very, very bummed out about that. Extremely.
A lot of people are saying next man up, this and that, and I don't think you just replace a guy like that.
You don't, but who, if anybody, could fill his shoes, in your opinion?
The guy they are going to have returning punts is Westerstash, and I think he will do a good job. I really hope that they give Brandon Riley a shot if he stays healthy.
We talked about him on the last
first podcast, yeah,
and yes, very much so. I would love to see him just come out and shine, just jump out there, and he is awesome.
And he's got the speed to do it. I think he can do it. So we'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on that, and hopefully, I know Jordan can do a good job. That's not the issue. I just don't know if you really want him to get hurt. Does that? I mean, that kind of scares people.
Because it puts him out there. Like it's bad. Like he's out there. He's a starter. He's playing pretty much every play. He's getting snap after snap, and he has a chance, obviously, to get hurt like any other player on the field. But then you throw him into that role on top of it, which he would love to take, and he will, because that's who he is. But do you really want to take your primary receiving weapon out? Like you want to put him out there? It's very scary.
I'm sure he'll do a good job. He didn't do great a couple years ago when he was a
softie
freshman.
He was a freshman when he was returning.
But that's our whole special teams unit is different now, and
I would be willing to bet that the reason why they're wanting to put him back there is because of his hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and
the kid,
he's absolutely fast. He's not the fastest guy on our team, but he's fast,
right.
And he's got some agility and stuff, and he can do good in the return game. But do you really want to expose him to that much more of an opportunity to get hurt?
Right, absolutely.
Because he is a fucking playmaker. That is what he is. That's who he is. That's what he does.
And you don't want to lose him, especially first week of the season.
No, that's bad.
So we'll see.
That's really bad.
I honestly think Brandon Riley's going to get the job by the start of the season. I think it'll be Brandon Riley.
Well, and I think that would be smart because he's like, all right, Tommy's go-to guy is going to be Westerkamp. Okay, that's just how it is. It's how it's going to be. It's not going to change until they're both gone. Well, until Wester's a senior this year, right?
He's junior this year.
Oh, he is a junior?
Yes.
And Tommy's a junior.
Junior.
In addition to a small ass because they're roommates.
And they're roommates, yes.
Yeah. So when they're both gone, that changes, but it doesn't change now. That's what it is. They're roommates. Westerstash has the best hands on the team.
Now that DeMornay's hurt, he's your go-to guy.
Yeah, he has to be your go-to guy. You don't.
I mean, I'm not trying to discredit.
He's going to have. Go ahead.
I don't want to discredit any of our other wide receivers because we have some skill there, and a lot of people have talent, but there's not as much proven talent.
Exactly, it's proven talent.
Yes,
that's a good point to make. Proven talent because Westerkamp is proven.
DeMornay is proven. Except for Jamal Turner. Turner. Jamal might get back there and maybe return some
We
games.
didn't even mention him last week or last cast, did we?
I don't think we did. Not enough. If we did, it wasn't enough. I hope he just has a breakout year, to be honest with you.
I would love that because we talked him up like crazy. Like we were so excited for him, and we didn't. I don't feel like we saw enough of him. Like
The Achilles hurt him last year.
Yes.
So, and luckily he got another year of eligibility, which is awesome.
That is very good news for our team.
So we'll see. Hopefully he can make an impact. Because the kid's got skills. He just needs to stay healthy.
But with DeMornay Pearsonell gone, okay, how much do you think that actually affects our team? Because it affects special teams more than anything at this point because, he was great. He's a great wide receiver. He can catch some balls, and we saw some crazy summer highlight, the one where he jumped over his buddy. Yeah, that was awesome. But we haven't seen, like you said, the proven skill set, at wide receiver necessarily, like we have with Jordan. How much does that affect? Like, our special teams is big. Yeah. We need that. But, as an overall, from special teams to offense in general, being a wide receiver, how all across the board, how does that affect us?
I don't know. We have a really good wide receiver coach, so it's just going to be getting guys out there and getting reps. So the injury might actually help a few people. It's going to hurt. The overall morale, I think, of the team is good because there's a lot of people saying, get well soon, DeMornay, next man.
He favorited my tweet, just saying.
Tweet. So the main thing that I'm worried about is not so much, it's just the fact that his presence back there changes the entire game.
Because they won't want to kick to him.
And the whole thing about field position, field position is going to be
huge.
And it was going to help us all year. And that's what helped us stay in some games last year was
it did.
Flipped the script on people. And
he ran a kick back, and it changed the whole outcome of the game when he did that.
So, it's a hard loss. And I was reading some junk today. Somebody put on a website or something that's, it's just one guy. It's not going to make an immediate impact on our team, and it's going to be this and it's going to be that. The kid is a preseason All-American. He won the Jet Award last year, the Return Man of the Year award. The kid he returned 4 kicks for touchdowns, right? I don't know.
And when he did, he scorched people and broke ankles.
Yeah, we're talking flipping field position in football is one of the things that you preach.
Yeah, you have to do that, or you lose your ass every game.
I think the field position battle, is going to be the biggest thing.
That's the biggest effect from that.
I think
special teams is.
I think so. And then going into the receiving group, there's not a lot of proven talent.
Okay, so that's the point.
But he's still going to be there in the locker room. He's still
absolutely. And I think we will get him back a little earlier than expected. And something people need to realize when it says 6 to 8 weeks, it is in fact from the time of injury. So if that stands true, that puts him back in week 4 or 5.
Right.
Okay, not week 6 or 8 in our schedule. It's week 4 or 5 in our schedule, and it's possible it could be earlier. It's possible it could be later, but we will keep our fingers crossed. And I know that dude's a badass, and he will work his ass off in rehab and whatever he's got to do. He's a great, great guy. He will be ready.
I don't want,
when we need him and he comes back, he's gonna fucking show up. And
something else I read though, you don't want to. Of course, us fans are going to say, "Yeah, we want him back all the time."
Well, of course,
but we don't. We also don't want him to come back prematurely and hurt himself.
No,
no. Hopefully, it only takes 6 weeks.
Well, and I feel like he's one of those people, one of those players that knows his limits. He'll push him, but something like this, I feel like he's going to take the time that he feels like when he feels like he's ready to come back, he will come back. So they'll give him the okay, and if he doesn't come back right away, it's on him.
Absolutely.
And he will make that, and he needs to do that.
So get well soon, DeMornay.
Very much so.
We miss you.
Get well soon.
You're the man.
You're the shit. We love you. Please.
And here's to Brandon Riley, dude.
The
door is open. We talked about it in the last podcast. Kiddo. Brandon Riley came out and said he wants the returning job. So, the door is open.
The door is very open.
And I'm assuming the only reason he didn't get it is because he's been hampered with a hamstring the last couple weeks. He hasn't been practicing like he should have.
And he hasn't.
So you have 2 weeks, my friend.
But we keep track of all of our shit. We watch people. We watch their high school highlights. We go pretty far with our Husker football.
We get a little creepy.
We
get a little creepy.
But
that being said, our whole wide receiver.
If you don't know who Brandon Riley is, you need to go look his ass up.
If you don't know the story of Lane Hovey, you need to look that up. Because that guy was going to walk on to, like, Iowa State Tech University of Nuns. And Coach Bo Pelini called him and said, hey, why don't you come try out for us? And then he walked on to Nebraska. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool story. He's an Iowa kid, and he walked on to Nebraska. That should tell you how awesome he is.
Very awesome, apparently.
Even he doesn't even like Iowa. He's like, I got to get out of this.
Oh, shit.
But no, our whole wide receiver core is depleted, and we do not have the animals like I thought we were gonna.
But we also don't know that until we see it.
Right, and a lot of them are just a couple weak things, like hamstrings are tight. But the list was huge. It was like 6 or 7 people out, and I'm like, holy crap.
Issue, is, I think in recent years we've seen a lot of drop balls placed on me. Like Tommy is 53 horrible percentage completion. His wide receivers didn't help him with that.
Right.
Okay.
Some balls were bad, but
when they hit you in the mitt, you got to catch them.
Right.
Now, that's been a problem in recent years.
I still think it's kind of funny because I look back at Kenny Bell. Some of Kenny Bell's drop balls are just terrible, and I think it's because they hit him in the hands, and he was goddamn surprised about it.
Yeah, it could be.
He's like, holy cow.
But on that note, Coach Riley actually said, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, and something people need to keep in mind when you listen to this podcast. This is done on a Friday, and I might not get it uploaded till on Monday. So just assume it's on the Friday before you listen to it.
So if new stuff comes out, we'll get it next week.
Yeah, we will get it next week. He straight up said, he told Tommy, he's like, you are throwing the ball so good today. Like, he was so proud of him, which means Tommy is making strides because a couple weeks ago,
it was terrible.
He had a horrible practice, and it was all over the goddamn internet and the tweets.
And Riley just said, you just got to be consistent with the ball. And Tommy's been preaching that at Big Ten Media Days. He said the offense runs through him. If he's going to be consistent, the offense is going to be consistent. So I know he's got it through his head, and that's good. And I'm glad he's working on it. But Langsdorff is a quarterback guru, dude. I'm telling you, this guy is going to help Tommy more than I think anybody gives him credit for.
Well, it's because a lot of people don't even know him. Who else did you want to talk about?
The true freshman Stanley Morgan, I think is his name. Stanley Morgan Jr. He is making a huge impression, and a lot of people were asking maybe he can redshirt because we have such a big wide receiver core. He may not need to play this year. They can redshirt him and this and that. But now
save him.
Yeah, save him. And he's been making plays like jaw dropping people. People are like tweeting, "Holy cow, this kid is legit for real."
Shit.
And so they're burning that redshirt. There is no way he's gonna play. And he is going to be...
Kind of has to at this point,
He's going to have to. He's going to have to make a big splash.
And he's that big of a badass. We kind of need him on the field.
And
Riley needs to make an impression. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, if his first year is shit, we should shit can him, even though that's half of our fucking fan base.
I read something about that today.
Retarded. Awesome. Don't be stupid. Seriously, don't be fucking stupid. Okay? Sometimes it takes a while. I mean, 9-10 win seasons weren't good enough for you assholes after shit upon shit. So, give this guy a chance. Let him do his work.
He seems to be doing a good job.
The players love him. The state has fallen behind him. Like, everybody's there. We're ready. Some people are fucking stupid. Plain and simple. No offense. Yeah, actually offense. Fuck you for being an idiot.
I read something.
If you're one of those people, I'm not talking to everybody listening, obviously.
I read something about that today where It was just a comment that I read, and it stuck out in my head. It was, if Riley goes 6-6, or I don't know if it was something below 9 wins or something, doesn't get us there, it's time to just have him warming up the seat for Scott Frost. And I thought it was just funny. It's something that stuck out in my head.
Yeah, that's just retarded.
People are still wanting that. So, I don't know. We're still behind Mike Riley.
Well, you never know. Jean-Claude Van Acorn might shit-can him after a season of...
Finkel is Einhorn.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is the man.
We should probably give a shout-out to all the Huskers in the NFL. That's probably a good one.
Absolutely. How about Amir Abdullah?
Holy
shit. Turning heads, bud.
And
he was doing it before the preseason started.
I wanted my Chargers to pick him up, but guess what happened? They went for some guy out of Wisconsin, and now he's hurt. Good job, San Diego.
But he's in Detroit fighting his ass off. That's what he does.
He was on the Omaha talk show, radio show, whatever they have, and I listened to it today. It was really good. He's still down to earth. He's
so humble,
very humble. He was kind of short, but I think that's just because he's busy. You know, he seemed a little short, but he still is very humble and
well, and he's never been like huge media guy.
No,
he's not a huge talker, and he's not.
And
but when he does talk, it's pretty epic.
He was super well spoken and just very about his team, and because the guy asked him about being compared to Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that was nuts.
And I mean, to be honest with you, the way they run, I think he looks a lot like him. But let's not make any
fuck yeah, he does, dude. You saw the cuts he made. You saw that shit.
It's scary.
Everybody saw that shit.
And coming out of college, they're two of the best running backs ever. So we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to get the horse in front of the carriage, but goddamn it, I hope he is.
I know, right? I really do. I wish so much awesomeness for that guy.
He's doing good. I didn't read what they had their second preseason game. I didn't see much. I didn't read a whole lot on Twitter about what he had done. I don't know if maybe he didn't play a whole lot. But back to the interview, he was just super humble, and when they asked him about the Barry Sanders thing, he was just like, I'm just trying to be Amir. You know, and I'm trying to be a teammate to the rest of the running backs in the room.
And the best he can be.
Yeah, and it wasn't...
That's what he does.
It wasn't like Jameis Winston coming out there and be like, yeah, I'm just like that guy.
Shit, dude, I'm Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll slap a hoe.
So that's...
Yeah, you will, because you've done it.
That's why Nebraskans love him. That's why everybody in college football should love that guy.
And that motherfucker, Jameis Winston's going to get suspended for I don't know how many games here in 2 years when his trial comes up.
I'm surprised he hasn't been suspended
yet. Dude, they fucking postponed that shit for a year or two or whatever.
We'll see
yeah, fuck that guy. He's an idiot.
Niles Paul got hurt. That really sucks.
Oh, God damn it.
And he worked his tail off to get up to the starting job over there at Washington.
Yeah, and it surprised me that, they put him to tight end.
He put on some pounds, yeah.
I didn't know how he would be in that position. He flourished, dude.
He's good. He's doing good.
Fuck yeah, he did good.
And
he did
great. I watched the play. I was watching that game live, and it's super bad for him because it was in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, a run play that side, and somebody rolled up on his ankle, and it was terrible. It's stinking terrible, and it was because he was blocked. He was engaged with somebody, and somebody came up behind him and rolled up on his leg.
That's fucked.
It was terrible, and I feel super bad for that guy, but I think he'll be back because he's a starter. He earned a starting spot. There's no way.
Yeah, they're not going to let that go away. He earned his spot, and he showed why he's a starter.
So I think he'll be back. It just sucks because it's going to be an all-year deal.
How about Randy?
Randy made a big impression.
Randy
is making a big impression.
Got his first sack.
Yeah,
as a pro, even though it's preseason, and he still did.
I think as long as that kid keeps his head out of the clouds and keeps his nose to the stone, I think he'll be okay.
Dude, how about the fucking fight that broke out?
That was pretty awesome. The blind side is pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe that. I still don't know why teams do this. Why would you do that?
I don't
Why
know.
would you mix
to
two
get a
teams?
Different feel, I guess. I don't know.
I don't understand.
They were going about all these pros and cons on ESPN. And I'm
do you ever think that
it's all just depending on the team and how they feel. Like if practice is getting bland, yeah, you want to go. Right. Yeah. But then again, the reason why you don't practice with other teams, then again they're practicing with teams they don't play on a regular basis.
Right.
Okay, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it can be because it obviously stirs up shit. It's like, fuck, we're antsy for our first real game. People are going to go ape shit, and things are going to happen. People are going to get angry and just tuned up like a motherfucker. How do you expect them not to go after each other?
And don't quote me on this, but do you think Bill Belichick allows other teams on to see his offensive game plan?
Oh, fuck no, dude. They're vanilla as fuck.
Come
so then again, that comes back to that point. Like, why would you practice with another team if you're super vanilla? Like, it's like having a preseason game, but with like a lot of breaks and a lot of coaching.
I guess
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to even do it in my mind. Like, it's fucking pointless. Okay,
I think so.
So at least if you're practicing against your own squad, whether they know the plays or not, or know the playbook on the other side of the ball, you're still able to run your actual offense and your actual defense. Right. If you're practicing against another team, you're gonna be vanilla as fuck. You're not gonna run your shit.
Yeah.
Like, you are straight up not gonna do that because of that fact. Like, people can read into it, and the next thing you know, the shit leaks out, and everybody knows, and Deflategate, and I stole your playbook before the Super Bowl type shit happens again with whatever the fuck happened. That's stupid bullshit.
Yeah, Randy Gregory made a splash, and I read a Sports Illustrated or something that the 1 and 2 spots, it was like who made the biggest impression in preseason? Who are the rookies that made the biggest?
Number 1 was Amir motherfucking Abdullah.
And number 2 is Randy Gregory.
And number 2 is Randy.
So that's pretty awesome.
I was really, really hoping to see Kenny on that list, but
I don't know if he's played that much.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I didn't see him on the field, but he's making strides because I've seen some of his practice highlights. Yeah. Like, dude's working his ass off.
He's legit.
And that's who he is. That's what happens when you come out of Nebraska. You work your fucking ass off.
It's not necessarily for wide receivers, but good on him. And hopefully we'll have about 4 or 5 more of them here pretty soon.
I want to go back to Tommy.
Okay.
Real quick.
Let's do it.
He was talking, and this wasn't the coaches. This was him talking communication. Like, he's always been like a leader type and been outspoken. But he straight up came out and said that they have to have more communication. It has to be solid communication. And that's something that I was very, very happy to see. And the fact that he came out and said that means he's growing.
Right.
He is growing. He's grown a shit ton already. Like we said before, he got thrown to the wolves in the first place. And the fact that he's taking the bull by the horns, and he's fucking steering it where he wants it to go, which needs to happen. Like, he needs to come to terms with the fact that this is his fucking team, especially now that he's a junior. So he has to guide them. He has to be.
He's got full reign.
He's got to be that guy that guides and talks to and hypes everybody up and gets their heads out of their asses when their heads need to be out of their asses, because we get stuck with our heads in our ass a lot.
And
and that might sound like a bland statement, but you know what I'm talking about because you've seen it the last few years.
I think he does a good job. He gets pumped. He can get people excited. So maybe it's
he also beats himself up so bad when he fucks up, and that's part of his competitive nature. You can see it, but he's got to start letting his mistakes go. The sooner he can let them go, the sooner he can get back to himself. Because you've seen it. We've all seen it. When he does something, when he makes a mistake, he'll kick himself. Like, he's not the same. Like, you see it when he drops back and he's looking around for somebody to throw to. It doesn't look the same as the plays before the mistake. You can see it in his stature and the way he walks off the field, the way everything. You can see it. You talk about let's talk about Caleb.
I called it at the beginning of the year that guy was going to start. I swear, or at the end of last year, I knew he was going to be a starter.
We talked about
the guy is a stud.
Yeah,
he is a stud. And Banker was talking about him today about he's using his body and he uses lanky.
He's fucking super lanky, dude.
And he got a pick, I think, today in practice or something.
Yeah.
Today or yesterday.
I can't remember what it was.
I'm high on that kid, man. I love that kid.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's going to be good. And between him, Cockrell, Daniel Davey, Nate Gary, you can probably throw 4 or 5 other names in there. I think our secondary is
deep
good.
in secondary.
Yeah,
like
it's
we're
gonna be
deep.
so good.
We're deep. That's the best part about our site. Like, all right, so, and that's another thing that like it goes back to when we were talking like linebacker depth and D line depth. Another reason why I don't think we're so bad off there is because like you remember when Wisconsin ran all over us, okay? Right? You remember that?
Yeah. Who could forget?
Okay. Nobody will ever forget about that.
They just scored another touchdown.
I'm sorry that I had to bring it up because it makes me want to vomit. But the fact that like our secondary is fucking stacked, dude, just stacked to the nuts, dude. Just
it really is
super stacked. Now, so like if anybody is looking at that, like if any teams are like, all right, their secondary's sweet, so we're going to run it up their ass like Wisconsin did. They're going to go back and be like, okay, and then they're going to look at all the shit and do all the reading into things like we're doing. Just picture other people from another team doing the same thing we're doing, being like, oh, we're not very deep there. We're lacking here. We're lacking there. What if it's all a ploy? What if it's not necessarily going to be true? What if when we get to that point, teams are like, we're not going to pass on you because your secondary is fucking phenomenal. Right? We're going to run it up your ass, and then they can't.
That's good.
Then what happens?
That means you win
absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
That means you win football games. And our front four, like
it might not be like that because our front seven. Okay, I really think that we have enough talent. No matter how deep we have to go, when you get out there, it's a lot different than practice. That's like true. We hear all the reports from practice. We like hearing good reports because that means good things. Bad reports don't necessarily mean bad things at that point in time. But when your number's called and you go out onto that field, how many players over recent years have fucking stepped up and became a badass?
That's true.
Okay,
happens, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It does happen.
People shine when they're under the lights.
That's true.
Under 90,000 fucking people. I'm just saying. That's why I'm not super concerned about it. We're gonna make mistakes. Everybody does. We're not gonna be a perfect fucking defense and a perfect offense. But if we're this close, you know what I mean? Like, if we're within reach of being a top 15 defense, we have a damn good shot of making a fucking big splash this year.
Yeah. It all stems down to if we have to have the right guys in the right spot. So hopefully they can get
see, and then our plan of attack on defense is way different now. So it's like a coach was saying, who the fuck was it? It was our defensive coordinator. He was straight up saying the other day, I think it might have been yesterday, maybe it was today, I watched a little brief media interview with him, and he was saying that there was a couple times where we shit the bed, but most of the time there were like anywhere from like 4 to 7 guys on the ball. The second the ball was where it was. Like a wide receiver caught the ball, one play that stood out to him. He's like, a little like 5-yard out. Okay, wide receiver catches the ball. There were 7 guys crashing on him.
That's good, and that is really good.
That's insane.
And if you go back and watch some of the old Oregon State games, they're like that. Minus the Oregon game, and because Oregon's not normal. But
no,
Go back and watch it, and that's what they do. That's what their defense was built to do, was attack the ball. And I think that's what we were lacking a little bit. Less assignment, more...
Less scheme-based.
Yeah, just go get the ball.
Get rid of... Like, there's so many schemes and so many fucking hoopty. Anyways, let's talk about Dedrick Young.
What's your question? What was my question? Yeah, you got a football question?
Oh, I'm kind of scared for questions. What's going to happen with all of our players out?
Oh, we'll be fine.
Oh, we'll be all right.
Who's going to replace Pierce Snell and have a week to train?
I don't know. Maybe you'll just have to listen to our podcast next week because we already covered that.
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and listen to our podcast.
It comes out on Monday.
About it.
It comes out on Monday.
It might be out tomorrow. I haven't decided yet.
His name's Brandon Riley, but we'll talk about that later. You'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Okay.
Check it out though. Comes out fresh. We'll tweet you. We'll tweet the beats. We'll tweet the beats to you.
Oh shit. Dedrick Young. Dedrick Young.
Luke Gifford. And the guy that I totally left off last week was the other newbie. Marcus Newby. The other linebacker.
Newby.
I left him out because I thought he transferred. I thought he went back to Ohio.
And he didn't.
He's still here.
Oh shit.
So we are a little bit... Okay, so Marcus Newby is a redshirt
sophomore.
Sophomore, maybe junior. I don't know. I think sophomore.
Sophomore.
But he's more of a like an Eric Martin.
Okay.
A bull rush kind of outside linebacker.
Gotcha. He's like a run stop kind of linebacker.
Plug
or blitz the fucking quarterback kind of guy.
Derek Young is kind of a mix between the run stop. He's super athletic, so maybe like a Levante, like can cover.
Do both.
Do both. And Luke Gifford, the kid from Lincoln, is a walk-on. He's been getting reps with second team. He's more of a pass guy because he used to play safety, so they moved him down.
Oh yeah, they moved him up.
Yeah,
we might have mentioned him.
I think we did
last podcast, but yeah, they moved him. They moved him from safety to linebacker.
And that's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. That right there equals speed, equals awesomeness, equals,
and he knows defense.
Yeah,
So this Dedrick Young, they're saying
he's turning heads.
He possibly could start.
Heads. Oh yeah, dude, he's opening eyeballs.
He could.
He's
start.
A frosh, bro.
Yeah,
super fresh, bro.
I like it.
Yo, fuck yeah, dude.
So
I've been reading about him for a week now. Starting at the end of last week, I was reading shit about him, and then all the way into this week, the coaches are starting to take him very seriously.
Yeah, as you should. He's a stud, man. He's a stud.
And then to think about the fact that he's showing up like that in a practice, when he gets on the field on game day, he's gonna be a whole different animal. Your focus goes through the fucking roof.
I want to say
changes.
The only thing that kind of, because he's only a freshman, he might be a little small in the britches, maybe. I don't know what he weighs.
I haven't looked at his.
I don't know what Luke Gifford weighs.
Stats
I don't know. I think Gifford weighs probably 210, 215, maybe 220. That's probably what you need to be up in there, that 220 range.
That's true. Probably around 220.
I don't know. I don't know how big he is. So hopefully
can look it up real quick. Let's find out.
I just had it. I should have left it open.
There's another one. Ferguson,
I don't even want to bring that up.
Yeah, I do. Retarded. I want to talk about that.
That's stupid.
I want to talk about that. And we're going to say how stupid it is.
I always talk about Fife, too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the other one. All right,
we got Fife.
We're gonna talk about Fife, and then we'll end on
freshman, 6'3", 215.
Dedrick Young.
Dedrick Young is...
He's got 210 at least.
Gotta be. Maybe 205. That's what David played at. Dedrick Young, 6'1", 220.
Oh, shit, son.
I think we're okay.
All right, so yeah, Dedrick Young is a big motherfucker.
He's going to be good.
He's going to be a badass. So
we have and Marcus Newby 6'1".
Mark that name down. Write that shit down in your little Husker notebook and remember the name. Dedrick Young.
And Marcus Newby 6'1", 235. Maybe that run stop.
They were talking a lot about this Ferguson kid too. He's also a freshman.
Yes, he's a true freshman. He was it was at the beginning of camp. It was him, and then Dietrich Young kind of came on. I mean, they're both studs. They're both really good linebackers. So, but I read a lot more stuff about Tyrone Ferguson at the beginning of camp, and now it just seems like Young is coming on a little bit more. But they have to. Like, we don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice.
They have
at this
to
point.
be there.
No. All right.
So Riker Fife is the man. I love that kid.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Love
Walk
that
on, fucking superstar.
Love that kid.
He like always makes me think of fucking
Ron Kellogg.
Kellogg.
Right.
It reminds me of Kellogg.
Right.
Like just because of the fact he's a walk on.
Yeah.
And
he's a local kid. I mean, he's from Grand Island.
Yeah, and he had he's the fucking backup,
He
dude.
is.
Fucking
really
A,
cool.
dude.
And apparently, it's not
High five,
Riker.
dude. Riker, we love you, bro. If you decide to listen to this,
and
I'm
he
gonna
had,
send you a tweet, bro. I need you to listen to this.
He had
We love you, dude.
Some personal issues that, because rumblings at a spring where he wasn't even with the team. He's gonna quit, or
that was
the rumors flew, whatever. He wasn't with the team.
That was
So
all over the fucking interwebs.
He came out and said I had some family issues or personal problems or whatever it was. He worked through them, so now he wasn't even like on the depth chart.
No, he wasn't.
We're talking like
because they didn't know. I mean, obviously, when something like that happens, you don't know if the kid's coming back.
Right.
Like it had to have affected him pretty deeply to not
want that.
to be off the team, more or less off the team, but not at the same time.
Right.
Like I don't know how to explain that. Like,
so whatever it was though, he was like 5th on the depth chart.
Worked through it like
AJ
a
Bush
motherfucker.
and Zach Darlington and the other
that kid, dude.
The walk-on kid, I don't know.
Impressed the fuck out of me in spring ball, by the way.
Tyler
Darlington.
No, it's not. There's another kid ahead of him, walk-on kid. But he's already jumped all the way up to number 2. He's in the 2nd spot. He's in the backup role right now.
That's fucking
and a lot
awesome.
of that might go to experience because you don't necessarily want.
Well, it could because he knows the playbook.
Yeah.
But we saw we've seen him play.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
I think good.
He can throw the ball.
He's got a rocket.
And he's a lot more mobile. Like when you look at him, you're like,
"There's no
holy
way.
fucking Linky Payton Manning." All right, so pocket passer, and no, he takes off and gets 50 yards. You know what I mean?
Pretty
like,
good. I think he does.
It looks like he's moving slow, but his strides are like 3-4 yards a stride. Like it's nuts.
Hopefully,
love that kid. He's fucking badass.
I don't wish ill upon Tommy, but I mean,
no, me neither.
I wouldn't mind seeing a local kid start if it need be, but I mean, Tommy's the guy.
That's another position I'm not afraid of.
Hell no.
As far as injury goes, Tommy, do not get injured. That's not what I'm saying. Keep your ass healthy,
but
be careful. But
guys.
if Tommy were to go down, I would not be as concerned as most people probably would be. But I wouldn't be as enthusiastic as a lot of people would be.
Right.
So there's a lot of Tommy haters, and I wish I could shove my foot in their ass.
Well, that's the
far enough to make them chew on my toenails.
That's what Key's the saying. The most popular guy on the team is the backup quarterback because the quarterback never does good enough. So.
No, never, ever. Of course not. Especially in Nebraska. I might have just shit my pants. Who knows? But anyways, you ready to wrap it up? Is there anything else you want to talk about? Probably going to be around 40, 45.
Randy Moss's kid.
Oh, yeah, about that. We're on his top 6?
Top 6.
Nice. Shit.
Keyshawn Johnson kid has us in his top 5.
Yep. Fucking A, right, dude.
I love it, dude.
Next thing we know, we're going to be picking up Snoop's kid that didn't want to play football. We're like, dude, just come play for Nebraska. Probably should like it. No, that's not going to happen. Don't fucking quote me on that.
Danny O'Brien, the 4-star kid from California.
Is that the QB that we just picked up? That straight up said, like, he went through his summer classes and everything.
Yeah, he's
finished high school early, so he's enrolling in. Yep. Yeah, that kid's serious. Watch for him.
He's good.
It's coming. I would be willing to bet. All right, so Tommy hits his senior year. I really think like this kid's fucking serious, dude. Yeah. All right, just from what I've read and the shit I've seen, like I watched a brief moment of his highlights because my boss was looking over my shoulder, but how serious he is about coming to Nebraska. and how he's already going to be here in the spring.
Yeah.
Like, before most of the other kids are even going to see the university, he's going to see the fucking field on the spring game.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts how serious this fucking kid is.
You gotta love it.
So,
you need a quarterback.
We need to know we need to know him. We need to. Don't forget his fucking name. What is it?
Danny O'Brien.
There it is. Write that shit down. Circle it. Highlight it. Whatever you need to do to remember that kid's name.
But a lot of recruiting classes build themselves around 1-star player or 2-star players. One good quarterback will give you 2 or 3 good wide receivers because they want that. They want a good quarterback when they get there. So
what are you smiling about?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Bullshit, tell me right now. I can edit it out.
Oh yeah, let me finish my point. So this kid wanted to commit, and he's already early enrolled. That's gonna get some steam rolling for the rest of the recruiting class. That's all I was trying to get.
He's gonna see everything so early. He's gonna when it's time, dude. I'm so excited.
So I just shaved off my sweet neck beard. That's what I'm giggling about. I'm giggling about my sweet neck beard. For most of you that are in the Panhandle, have known a bar called Popsy's in Baird, Nebraska, and that's my grandfather's place. He owned it for many years, and so I shaved off my neck beard and left just my mustache, and it's curled up.
The fuck out of it.
And one of our good friends, Mike, just put on my Facebook, "Hey bro, I hear Subway's looking for a new spokesperson." So that's what I was laughing at. That's what I was getting about. What a dick.
Oh, that's fucked up, but it's so funny.
Hey bro, just shut your mouth.
Alright, so I think we're going to wrap it up right there, huh?
Wester Stash
all the way. I'm not shaving mine. I'm not shaving it. I'm gonna stop having a good luck shirt. I'm gonna have a good luck mustache.
Good luck.
Wester Stash. Thank you for giving me the confidence in my mustache that I needed.
Tweet us up.
Yes, Lonnie's Twitter handle's already out there, but why don't you give it to him again?
Blair_LB.
And hit us up on Twitter. Leave a review. If you would leave a review, that would be very, very helpful. Even though I'd be willing to bet that most of them are going to be trolls. But
our podcast is at Panhandle Husker.
Yeah, at Panhandle Husker. And cast at Panhandle Husker Cast. Or is it Panhandle Husker? Yes. Or you could actually type in Panhandle Husker Cast.
And we'll get us.
And you'll find it.
Give us some questions. That's what I've been waiting
for. Questions, comments, anything. We're going to start pushing this a lot harder. We're going to have a Facebook page. You can look us up there. Panhandle Husker Cast. By the time you actually listen to this, it's probably going to be up. Anyways, we hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope you come back. We would love feedback. We can get better. We have gotten better already. I didn't interrupt Lonnie near as much. There's no background noise. There's no pen clicking.
No pen click.
I even watched my mouth a little bit, but fuck that. Anyways, we love you guys. And now, as always, go Big Red.
Go Big Red.